Thanks for joining me today as we paint this watercolor forest landscape with silver birch trees and our special guest, a red squirrel. I start with a fairly light wash of Winsor Yellow at the top of the paper, working my way down, and the three trees on the left, the principal silver birch trees, I'm just avoiding those pencil lines for those so that I leave the white of the paper for them. And occasionally the other trees at the horizon level, you'll see them in the background. Some of those I'll just leave some of the whites as well. Then I have a mixture of light red and maybe a touch of Scarlet Lake going there. And whilst that yellow is wet, I drop in that here and there, breaking it up, still using a number 12 brush. Okay, having done that, I've got a mixture of Winsor Blue and light red, a very small amount of Winsor Blue, otherwise it would be very dark. And I've got a brownish sort of colour that is dropped in wet and wet again. Then I've mixed some green, Winsor Blue and the Winsor Yellow, still using the 12 brush. And that green is in the lower section there, coming down to the base of the trees. That's an area which you will see in the finished painting ends up being a much lighter area. Infuse into the other colours that we had, and there you saw me just dabbing the paintbrush with some tissue and also dabbing on the paper, so that if you have too much excess fluid on your brush, and if you have too much, you can lose control and don't get the correct intensity that you're aiming for on the paper. You can just dab it with some tissue, take some of that moisture off. Then you can dry that off with a hairdryer and go to a small brush, something like a number 2, and then a much darker mixture, the blue with some red. Then use that to show the pattern on these silver birch trees on the bark, where they have cracked and broken sections and the darker parts of the tree showing through. Very characteristic of the silver birch trees. Please remember to like and subscribe because it's all free, and if you do so, we'll notify you of future videos. So just build those up. They're all the same, so I've done the 2 of them so far, now just finishing off the 3rd one. So you get the principle of what's involved here. Once again, using that tissue, keep control of the amount of fluid on the brush. And here and there with the trees in the middle ground in the distance, they can be lighter here and there, so there'll be some darker ones, some lighter ones. So a nice contrast, a nice mixture of the two. Using a greyish bluish colour, which is also always helpful for more distant objects. Once the foliage is painted in, the tone of those trees will be more convincing still. A few little limbs, branches coming off here and there for realism and to build up character. Also on the large principal trees, a few nice dark branches here and there, going in various directions, making it more interesting and more realistic. Then I've got a stronger mixture of the red and the yellow, and using my 12 brush again, using the side scraping technique of the brush, laying down broken colour here and there, where we have the autumn leaves. Just building it up, still almost still under painting, same in between the trees. And you can vary this as much as you wish, you know, drop in some yellow as well, and you choose the intensity that you want. Then I've jumped ahead a bit because all I've done then is I've added some of the brown colour and some of the much darker brown colour, and here I'm using a smaller brush now for the darkest parts of the leaves. Small brush, side of the brush, scraping it on, helping us achieve a realistic leaf effect, and here and there's indications of branches from other trees. You decide where you want more of one colour, less of another colour, etc, etc. Just build it up to do a convincing autumn tree situation. And some of that foliage has gone across the tops of the principal silver birch trees that we have on the left. This is quite a quick, easy tutorial. It will help you master control of transparent watercolors and gain confidence in the use of your brushes, because there is some detail, but there's also a lot of the splashing on paint and the wetting wet and so forth, so you can have fun with it. The main detail part is those three principal silver birch trees that you want to get right. Then we've got, for an added interest, we've got this little red squirrel, just an easy shape. I've painted the background grass in an underpainting again with some of your green colour, varied with some of the yellow. Once that squirrel is finished, you'll see it's much more intense in terms of the reddish colour. I find it very useful to use a flat brush, like I'm doing here, for grasses. Use those upward strokes with a brush for realism of the grasses, maintaining much more control with the flat brush, and always darker in the foreground. You could go to an even smaller flat brush if you wish for the more distant grasses, as I'm indicating now. And of course, you know, remember to like and subscribe, because it's all free and will notify you of future videos or tutorials. And you could choose a different combination of trees, you know, it's your painting, so I'm just teaching you the techniques, and then you produce your own masterpieces with confidence. A little bit more colour on the little squirrel there, added interest. And here we are, is a finished painting. I hope you've enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.